When you go into the life of crime, you declare war against the system.
Now, this is back in the early 70s. The black gangsters in that period were essentially drug traffickers. You know, that's where they made their money. There was so much money to be made.
It was heroin, and it was heroin in, they said, the black community. It was estimated over 500,000 drug addicts in the United States at that time, and almost half of them were in New York City. And the majority of that half was in Harlem, Bed-Stuy. There's a drug crisis in Harlem.
He was a big-time drug dealer.
I first heard about Pee Wee Kirkland when he was an outstanding basketball player. Pee Wee was offered a contract to play professionally. He declined the offer because he was making much more money selling drugs.
When did it start? Double Life started when I was a teenager, a young teenager. Yeah, because I was playing basketball and I was involved in life of crime as a kid. I could have became a professional player right when I left high school, but I didn't. I had Division I offers, but I went to a Division III school, Norfolk State. And at Norfolk State, the first year I played, I broke every record that a four-year player could break. I was that guy living a double life. You're supposed to be a student in school, and I was a student in school, but I just was a young criminal mastermind and had enough sense to understand how to crack that code, and that's what Pee Wee Kirkland did.
There was so much money to be made from drugs. You know, his first deal, right? When he went to the mob, as the story goes, with $300,000 worth of jewelry, and they paid him in heroin, right? Because there was so much heroin, and you know, he sold it on the street for $900,000, which, you know, you can do the math, right?
He never personally sold drugs. He was the money man. He was AKA the Bank of Harlem. So the guys that wanted to sell bricks of cocaine or heroin, in that time it was particularly heroin, they would come to him and say, Pee Wee, I need 100,000. Pee Wee, I need 30,000. So he would give them the money, they would buy the drugs, and in 30 days, they would give him 150 back.
Sort of like Wall Street, a Wall Street investment banker. That's what Pee Wee Kirkland was. It's just what we was dealing with was on the other side of reality, which was insanity.